in the car on the way here, you said, "Oh, I don't need beers. I've got a bunch of beers in the fridge."
Well, I said I've got beers, plural, which I did, 2.
And you drank them both.
Speaking slowly, so you can understand. Just a couple of teachers, just doing a thing. Speaking slowly, so you can understand. Just a couple of teachers, just doing a thing. Gonna give you that English nice and slow. Gonna give it to you nice and slow. I'm gonna give you that English nice and slow. Gonna give it to you nice and slow. I'm gonna give it to you. Give it to you. Slowly. Give it to you.
Here we go. Episode number 2 in Ben's house. We're sitting here at your dining room table. Your dining room is like half dining area, half play area.
Half the room is a table and chairs, and the other half is toy boxes and a car city. I spend a lot of time on the floor in this room.
Playing with your kids.
No, when I drink too much and fall down.
Passed out drunk on the floor.
Yeah, and the kids climb on me.
Is that the game that you play with your kids?
It's called Daddy Sleeping again.
No, you don't.
No, I play, by far, the most popular game is Cars.
That's where you have this big car like map.
Yeah.
It's like a little city.
Yeah, little city.
And you guys just push cars around and pretend to...
Yeah, we do like city play. So like fire trucks and police cars, and sometimes dinosaurs come and zombies. Sometimes dinosaur zombies come, and we have to protect the city.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It's fun. I like it. I can easily go into child mode because we're all children inside.
Yeah, that's nice. You know, it makes me a little bit sad that I'll never be able to play with kids the way that I played when I was a kid.
Why?
Because my dad would like do some pretty crazy stuff that
Okay.
was really fun, but also probably really dangerous.
Well, you've told me about your brother's broken bone.
Right, because we threw him up in the air.
Yeah.
That was the game.
And neglected to catch him.
Yeah, throw him as high as you can and then try and catch him.
Yeah, I imagine you throw him up and you're like, let's play another game. Yeah. And you go, boom.
Yeah, my oldest brother got in trouble for that, but really it was my dad's fault. Because he told us to do that.
Definitely your dad's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another super fun game that we used to play is like Army Man Wars,
Okay.
which is very normal.
You mean with plastic army men?
Yeah, you know, you set up the army men as if they're having a war with each other.
Yep.
And the difference for us was we'd play the Army Men War outside and set up our army
Okay.
facing my dad's army.
Oh, so it was 3 brothers versus your dad.
It was me and my older brother versus my dad and my younger brother.
Okay.
And after we set them up, then we had these illegal firecrackers.
Okay.
So we'd go to the States and buy these illegal firecrackers.
What'd you do? You drive down to Washington or something?
Exactly.
Yeah.
To Indian reservation.
Oh, really?
Yeah. An Indian reservation is like a special area where only native people live.
I am Chief Littlefoot. How many firecrackers do you need this time, Mr. Lawson?
Yeah. And they can sell stuff like that because they don't have to follow regular laws.
Bit of a loophole. Bit of a black market.
Yeah, a loophole, like a kind of a way to cheat the rules.
That's right.
A loophole.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'd have these explosives.
And quite powerful, some of those.
Some of them.
Some of them are. You can lose a hand.
But my dad also had gunpowder
Ooh,
because he used to make his own shotgun bullets.
God. Yeah.
So we had jars of gunpowder
Just around the place.
in the garage.
Okay.
And we would like set the firecrackers all in the armies.
Jars of gunpowder.
Yeah.
You live on a pirate ship or something.
And then we'd take yeah. Then my dad would like light a cigarette.
Oh, good idea. Around jars of gunpowder.
Well,
You need a good cigarette to keep
the
yourself
jars
calm.
the jars of gunpowder we'd use at the end
Okay.
for the tanks.
No, that was the big finale.
So for the army men, we would put the firecrackers like in the sand
Okay.
near the army men and try and like blow them away.
Sure. It's quite a realistic war.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
awesome.
That is awesome.
And we'd use my dad's cigarette to light the firecrackers.
Yeah.
So it'd be like psh, pow, psh, pow, psh, pow, and we'd be like, yeah, this is a war. It's awesome.
So you're out there in the yard.
In
With
the sandbox.
In the sandbox.
Yeah.
With your jars of gunpowder, holding your dad's cigarette, blowing things up. And I
Yeah.
imagine your mother in the kitchen window just watching.
I think she thought it was awesome.
Okay. Yeah.
Like she knew we were having fun.
Well, she knew what kind of man your father was before she married him.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
And she likes quiet time, so she was probably like enjoying reading inside
I mean, that's
hearing like pow, pow,
yeah.
pow.
You got three crazy boys. It's kind of dad's job to keep them occupied.
Yeah. And then at the end of the war, the army men would be all like messed up.
Yeah, melted plastic, blood everywhere.
Some of them melt, some of them get blown apart.
Yeah,
They're cheap little plastic army men.
sure.
And we'd take the jar of gunpowder and like make a line.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be like the planes come and choo, bah, 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 like drop the bombs.
Oh yeah, like carpet bomb.
Yeah, so we'd make a big, thick line of gunpowder going over the tank.
Okay.
And then we'd be like, here comes the airplane, and light the gunpowder, and it would burn along the line.
Basically, your backyard was a mini Vietnam.
Yeah, well, anyway,
Get to the chopper.
I don't think I'll ever be able to do stuff like that.
You can. You just have to, number one, if your wife disapproves, don't tell her. And number two, make sure your kids understand some things we don't tell mummy.
I should probably say, in case there are some people who listen to Teacher Talk,
Okay.
but don't listen to Gogo Abe Kaiwa,
I can't imagine there's anyone like that.
there's probably a few hundred.
Is there?
I think so.
Okay.
As I said in episode 500,
Yes.
Gogo Abe Kaiwa, we're having a baby.
Oh, that was the big announcement.
Yeah, I talked about it in the episode.
Sure, okay. Because I'm, when your friend is having a baby, you gotta keep it secret because I don't know who else knows. Even some of our mutual friends, I didn't talk about it because I don't know who you've told.
Right, I think you
Yeah.
were the first person I told.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I told you the evening we recorded episode 100.
Well, I remember you told me when she had a positive pregnancy test.
Yeah, that was that day.
That was the day.
Yeah, episode 100.
Yep. Well, I kept it secret.
That marks the day. Teacher Talk episode 100. That was literally the same day I found out my wife is pregnant.
As we say, the first day of the rest of your life. Your life has changed a little
See,
from there.
Every day is the first day of the rest of your life.
I know, but I think that expression means your life will be different from this day forward.
It's also a way to remember that no matter what is happening, you can always change.
Yeah, you can. Leave the past behind.
Leave the past behind.
Look to the future.
Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
That's right. Yeah, positive thinking.
Positive PMA.
PMA, baby, every damn day.
Yeah. So if you're ever feeling blue,
Yeah.
just remember today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Yeah.
All right, Ben.
Excuse me, I'm going to take a sip of my delicious autumn beer.
Yeah. And
Before it gets too warm, because
your
I
second
know.
beer, and you didn't
Hey.
have one for me.
Well, I offered you one and you declined.
Well, I didn't think you only had two.
Well, what do you think? I'm some kind of alcoholic?
In the car, on the way here, you said, "Oh, I don't need beers. I've got a bunch of beers in the fridge."
Well, I said I've got beers, plural, which I did. 2.
And you drank them both.
Anyway, you shouldn't be drinking, Abe. You're going to be a father soon. Time to cut out the beer, get yourself in shape.
You're right. You offered me half of it.
I did.
I'm like, I don't really want half of a beer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'll tell you what. When we're walking home, we'll have a road beer together.
Yeah,
How about that? PMA, Abe.
yeah, PMA. Today is the first day of the rest of my life. And
That's
I'm going to
right.
be a father, Benny boy.
You are.
High five.
Woohoo! You're going to be a great father.
Well, I'll do my best.
Yeah, no jars of gunpowder.
Mhm.
No giving cigarettes to your children.
Well,
No throwing them in the air. And
he didn't give us the cigarettes to smoke them. They
no.
were to light dangerous firecrackers.
Well, yeah, I mean, either way. Don't hand a lit cigarette to a child. I think that's a...
Yeah, but fire is fire. Anyway, Ben.
Yes.
I'm going to hit the music.
Play that funky music, white boy.
If you've got a question, anything's okay. If you've got a question, just ask Ben and Abe. Goddamn.
Okay.
Now, this is a question to Instagram, right?
That's right. One of our Instagram intellectuals. Everybody who follows me on Instagram, these are doctors, lawyers, biologists.
High-level professionals.
High-level professionals. Huge salaries.
But in their private time, they're a bunch of freaks and weirdos.
Disgusting sexual perverts. My types.
Now, you just said disgusting.
Which brings me to the question. Now, this is from Wataru. He's been listening to Teacher Talk since his friend recommended us. Thank you, friend.
Don't forget to recommend our podcast to your friends.
That's right.
It's actually literally the only way we can expand because we're not really in any of the rankings.
Yeah, we don't advertise. There's no big billboards in Shinjuku.
Well, we want to be in the rankings.
We'd love to get there.
Yeah. We just need you to tell your friends and write a review on Apple Podcasts.
I'll tell you what, guys, if you can recommend 3 friends and prove it by getting them to send a message to us, then...
And Ben will say he'll give you a beer and then he'll drink it in front of you. And then when you ask for a beer, he'll say, "Oh, sorry, I only had 2.
Even better, I'll make a thank you song just for you.
Oh, yeah.
How about that?
A thank you song just for you.
Personalized with your name.
If you can recommend Teacher Talk to 3 new friends.
3 new friends, have those friends send us a message. So, thank you, Wataru, and thank you to Wataru's friend. He asks, Ben, that's me, sometimes says, disgusting.
Yeah.
I like saying this word. Disgusting.
Yeah.
And he asks, when do you say that? When do you use that in English in natural conversation?
Great question, Wataru. The way that Ben says it is in a way that he's looking down on someone
That's right.
because of their behavior.
I'm on my high horse.
So you're way up here,
Yep.
and this person is way down there.
So you might tell me something, for example, last night you got really drunk and you peed on the floor, you missed your toilet. And I'd say, disgusting. I would never do that. I'm above you. You know why?
Why?
Because I sit down to piss. And I
Okay.
recommend this to all men. When you're in your home or the home of a person you trust and you know is clean, sit down to piss, guys. Sit down, rest your legs, get all the piss in the bowl. Use the time to have a think.
Have a think.
Have a think. Have
Think
a relax.
about life.
Yeah, have a seat. So, you're right. I often use disgusting in that way, in a joking kind of
Well,
way.
the thing is,
But I'm using it in a joking way because, as you well know, and most of our listeners should know by now, I myself am a disgusting animal man. So, of course, I'm using this in a joking way. I'm not looking down on anyone.
regularly, like, oh, that's disgusting. It means it's gross.
It's gross.
So when someone picks their nose, right, and then looks at the booger and then eats it, which I've seen people do.
Yeah, I see it every day with this kid over here.
Oh, your son does
My
it.
son does it.
Right.
Well,
That's
in
disgusting.
the last episode, he talked about eating parts of his own body, and that is disgusting.
Right. It's disgusting.
So something that
But
makes
listen to the intonation.
yes,
Disgusting. Right?
normally used.
Now, if you say disgusting and you really put an emphasis on the
Gus.
stressed syllable,
Yes.
disgusting, disgusting,
Yes.
then that's more like you're looking down on someone because of their terrible behavior.
Behavior that you would never do yourself.
Yeah.
But far more common is your first example, which is something that makes you feel a bit sick.
Yeah.
Someone eating their snot.
It
Good
makes
example.
you want to throw up.
And it's often used, in my case anyway, with food. Some food that you really don't like.
Right. Like mushrooms. Mushrooms are disgusting.
Natto. Disgusting.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, and now that we're doing listener questions, a few weeks ago, someone asked about a mysterious, disgusting candy in Australia.
Yeah, that weird thing that looked like a like some kind of disgusting poop coil.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The most disgusting thing she's ever eaten.
It looked it, and I'd never seen that before.
So after doing some research,
You did a deep dive, did
well,
you?
Actually, the listener did the deep dive,
Oh, so she heard our reaction.
and she thought, okay, well then what the hell is it?
Yeah, I mean, I thought maybe someone was trying to drug her or something.
And what she found was it's actually a German candy
Okay.
called like a Schnorchenfloven or something.
A Flaffenstuft.
It's Haribo is the brand. It's
Okay.
a famous candy brand.
Fandy Camus maker.
Yeah, famous candy maker. Haribo for like gummies and stuff.
Gummy bears are their biggest product, I
And
think.
apparently in Germany there's some kind of gross black curly candy.
Of course there is.
Coiled candy. Yeah.
Of course there is. They're German.
So, hey, you got something against Germans, Ben? Because
Uh,
I'm half German, ethnically.
I guess I've got something half against you then.
You don't like Germans?
I got no problem with German people.
Hey.
But Germans do some weird shit. And they eat weird shit too.
They do.
I got no problem saying that.
Watch your mouth, Ben. Be careful what you say. Watch your mouth.
Why?
Because...
What are you going to do? Invade me?
Well, no, we have some German listeners.
Sure we do.
Yeah.
And you know what?
And they're really nice. I met a guy last weekend, listens to our podcast with his wife.
Dankeschön.
Yeah, really great guy.
Danke. Danke. I said
And
I have
he
nothing
barely-
against
and
the
he-
people of Deutschland.
Okay.
Nothing. It's some parts of the culture.
So what's strange
Parts.
about German culture?
They do weird sexual stuff.
They are kind of famous for being kinky.
Kinky stuff. Right?
Many people say
Hmm.
that Germans and Japanese have a kind of similar fetish culture.
They're both very formal societies on the surface.
Right, very strict.
Strict.
And very,
Well ordered.
well,
You know,
yes,
yeah.
well ordered, on time, punctual.
But that pressure has to come out somewhere, right?
So I guess they have kind of a strict social culture.
That's right. So a German businessman will arrive at work exactly 20 minutes before work, and his desk will be perfect, and he'll do his job absolutely exceptionally. But then
Perfect.
he'll go home and he'll lick his wife's asshole.
Well, okay.
And he'll he'll put a coiled candy around his dick. Which, it's not hurting anyone. I'm
So
just
you're-
saying it's strange to me.
You're saying they're very proper in their regular life,
Yeah.
and they tend to do some kind of weird sexual stuff in their private life.
No problem.
Okay.
No problem. Two adults,
this-
exploring each other's body.
The couple I met seem to be very normal, but
Yeah.
you never know.
Because you don't know. You've never been to their house.
Sorry, guys.
Look, and they wear funny pants, and they have an unusual obsession with sausages. But anyway,
I love sausages.
yeah, we all do.
Yeah.
But we don't make a whole culinary culture around them.
Well, okay.
Fine. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
All right.
But hey, no problem with jokes.
Anyway, yes, it was a weird German candy.
Yeah.
It wasn't Australian at all.
Well, mystery solved. Thank you, Detective
Anonymous K.
K.
Yes.
Yeah, DK.
Anyway, thank you, Wataru, for your question. Thank you, Anonymous K, for your follow-up research.
Absolutely. I love that. Follow-up research?
I mean, easiest way, ask an Australian.
Sure.
And then you didn't know,
No idea.
but she went down the rabbit hole, did some research, and found out, oh my god, it's not even Australian.
She went above and beyond. She did more work than she needed to do to solve this mystery.
She went above and beyond.
So in the...
Just like a German at work,
Right.
doing his job exceptionally,
Exactly.
going above and beyond.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly right. So...
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Detective K. Oh, and another listener commented and said, my voice was a little husky last episode.
A bit raspy,
Raspy.
a bit hoarse,
bit rough.
a bit husky,
Yeah.
like a jazz singer.
Loving you was the best thing I
Okay,
ever
all
had.
right. Hey, that's enough.
And she said, sounds sexy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I agree. I love a husky voice. Thank you for that comment.
It's always nice to feel sexy.
Oh, yeah.
We got another listener message from a fella named Dimitri.
The Greek.
Is that a Greek name?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Dimitri. Maybe he's from Greece. He said, I love your Russian accent. Can you make a full show with a Russian accent?
Oh, I like it, Dimitri.
I don't think so.
I like where this is going.
I don't hang around Russians enough these days.
Yeah.
So,
It doesn't matter. He likes it.
well,
And
maybe
he
if
wants
I
more.
watch a lot of Russian YouTube videos, I can sharpen my Russian accent skills.
It doesn't take long.
And I told him about my Russian friend who borrowed money from me and then disappeared.
Okay.
Yeah, and he said, yep, that's a Russian. They'll borrow money from you and then disappear.
Dimitri. I don't know about that.
Anyway, Dimitri also said that he needs to use a VPN to get our podcast.
Is he? I mean, where is he living?
That was my question. I asked him, where are you
Is
living?
he in China or North Korea or
Yeah.
Russia?
If you're in China, you need a VPN to do almost anything.
Yeah, you don't have any freedom of information on the
No.
internet.
Who knows what other countries are blocking Teacher Talk?
Well, I think we all know which kind of countries are doing that. The people who don't like too sexy teachers from Japan. Well, Dimitri, thank you for going above and beyond and taking an extra step to listen to Teacher Talk. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, sorry you have to use a VPN.
Yeah.
I wish there was something we could do to change that.
One day the Teacher Talk army will be big and strong enough to come to your country, overthrow the government, and free you, Dimitri. So you just stay strong, because we're coming.
Keep using that VPN until we come to take over your country, I guess.
It could be 10 days, it could be 10 years, but Dimitri...
Could be our grandkids.
It could be. It could
Teacher
be.
Talk episode 8598.
It could be our grandchildren freeing Dimitri's grandchildren. Yeah.
It might take a while.
A promise is a promise, Dimitri. I promised in blood. My grandkids will free Dimitri's grandkids so he doesn't have to use VPN.
And then honor will be restored.
Yes.
Okay, that's all for today. Send us your questions, your comments. Ben is waiting for followers, freaks, and weirdos on Instagram.
Guys, we're getting close to 200.
200.
We're getting very close.
Come to Twitter, where we just got more than 500.
Ignore that. When we get to 200, of course, there'll be a celebration song.
A celebration song. Why don't you set the celebration song for a higher goal than 200?
Well, I mean, it's taken like 2 years to get to 200, so I want to celebrate something. Let me celebrate, Abe.
Well, what's the number at right now?
Let me check. I'm accessing Instagram, unlike Dimitri. And the number is 173, 27 more.
Okay. Well, okay, right, all right.
We can do it, guys.
27 more Instagram followers, then Ben will make a celebration song.
I'll do a video. I'll do a sexy dance.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I will. Recommend your friends not only to listen to our fantastic podcast, but to get on board with Instagram and, of course, Twitter as well.
Yes, FBE Teacher Talk on Twitter, 55freebird.com. You can book lessons with me. You can just go on there and book. I got some people sending me messages saying, how do I book a lesson? Well, you click on the button that says lesson yoyaku, and then you click on the day you want, click on the time you want, and then you just pay using online credit card system, Stripe, very safe and secure. So see you soon.
Sleep tight, wet dreams, everybody.
Gross. Disgusting.
Perfect.
Disgusting.
Meet me at